All right, welcome everyone. July Song Request 2023 coming at you live. Thanks for joining, taking time out of your Saturday. Hopefully you have a long 4th of July weekend. And if you're catching the replay, thanks for catching the replay. We don't drink that much on this channel anymore, so we're drinking Waterloo today, you know? It's cherry limeade. Cherry limeade. No problem, Mr. Kyle. First thing I like to do to kick off every stream is thank all the new patrons for the month of, we're now in the month of July, so this is all the patrons from June through July. So starting off from first to last. And if I mispronounce anyone's name, I apologize in advance. Mr. David May at the VIP level, welcome. Duna, Daniel Michael Carmona. Daniel Michael Carmona. Jason Clark. Hank Belding. Nafetz. Ooh, I can't pronounce it. This one's in a different language. Sorry. AJ Espinoza. Raphael. Robert Smith. Breadman. I like that name. Breadman. Big Ronk. Tamant Urska. Tamant Urska. Tamenturska. Tamenturska. Yeah, I don't think that's anywhere close. Ching Chong John. Ching Chong Jong. Thomas Chavaria. I recognize that name, Thomas Chavaria. I've chatted with you before. Cam. And let's see here. Let's clear the filter. And there's one more. And Professor Layton. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. Your support means everything. Really appreciate it, you guys. Let's get into it. I've got a lot going on this past month. I've got a few recordings already in the can. If you tuned in at the very beginning of the live stream, you heard a recording of Hateno Village, so new arrangement announcement there. And then I also have Cass's theme, so I'm kind of going through the Zelda catalog right now, mostly because I'm pretty hyped. Tears of the Kingdom just came out, and I'm kind of just on the Zelda train right now. And there's some tracks from Breath of the Wild that I never really got around to recording, so Cass's theme being one of them. It's something that I've always wanted to cover. And yeah, I have a few more Tears of the Kingdom arrangements in the pipeline as well. And we've got some Katana Zero, actually. I finished an arrangement from Katana Zero. And just going on down the line here, I'm working on something from, well, I don't want to say, that's kind of a secret project. So yeah, those are the ones that are in the pipeline right now. All right, so let's get into the song requests. We have quite a few of them this month. We had a good turnout. Song request time. It's my favorite time of the month because you guys always introduce me to new and exciting music from games that I haven't heard of. A lot of the tunes in my catalog are actually tunes that from games that I've never played and had never heard of previously. So really love the monthly song request. The monthly song request is one of my favorite things because it keeps the channel fresh. It's also a really fun way to interact with everyone. So without further ado, our first request comes from David Santiago. His first request, Zelda, Link to the Past, Overworld. And I think I was chatting with David Santiago not too long ago about this particular song. He feels that there is not a good solo cover out there. So let's give it a listen. And let's see what you guys think. Let's see what I think. Crispy Dev, what's going on? I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Howl's Moving Castle. You know, I haven't done anything from Howl's Moving Castle. But the stuff I have heard is amazing. That is a great song. Classic tune. Zelda: A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda of all time, so this is a really cool request, David. I've always wanted to do Dark World, so I did Dark World, and that was the first Zelda Link to the Past 2 that I've ever done. I definitely want to do more from this game, so this is actually a really cool request, man. Live scene, chat, pace transform. That's a little bit. It's always tough dialing in the stream, trying to get this stuff lined up. So I'm using 2 different cameras on this stream, trying to keep it lively. It's always a learning curve, though. Very nostalgic song, Crispy Dev says. Could never go wrong with a Link to the Past. Yeah, could never go wrong with a Link to the Past songs. I agree, man. Link to the Past, man. That game. Okay, let's listen to David's next request. Is, let me get this in another tab so I don't interrupt that. So David Santiago's second request is The Legend of Zelda. He does not put the... Oh, it's the title theme from The Legend of Zelda. I think this is the title theme from the original Zelda game, if I had to guess. So both of David's requests are the title theme from two of the more older Zelda titles in the franchise. So this song is the title theme from the original Zelda game, but it's very similar to the overworld theme in Link to the Past. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like them both. I like them both, David. If I had to pick, probably going to pick between the two requests that you made, I'm going to pick the overworld theme from Zelda Link to the Past just because I'm super partial to that game. I've never actually played the original like Zelda game for the Game Boy or for Nintendo. Nintendo was slightly before my time. So I was born in 1985. So my first console was the Super Nintendo. So Link to the Past was my first Zelda game, and honestly it was my like foyer into video games. Like it was that and Super Mario World. All right, our next request comes from Matthew Lane. I'm always shocked no one covers the Link's Awakening end theme. Okay, so we had 2 title theme requests and now the end theme. And I think you guys are getting hip to my Zelda train that I'm on right now, so you're making Zelda requests. I love it. Yeah, this is a good one. I loved the Link's Awakening remake. I didn't play the original for the Game Boy. I played the remake for I think I played it on the Switch. But but I loved the remake. I thought that was a I didn't play, not having played the original, the remake to me was like a perfect game. I think I have one cover from Link's Awakening, at least in my library currently. It's the Maeve Village theme. Oh, this part would be tricky. David says, man, why do you gotta do this when I gotta take my daughter to her swim lesson? Yeah, sorry, man. I can never pick a time that jives with everyone's schedule, so. What's going on, Magasin? Thanks for joining. Swim lesson. You know, I never had any swim lessons, but I did grow up with a pool, and if I recall, the way that I learned to swim was my parents didn't my mom didn't throw me in the deep end. Like, she wasn't that cruel, but like I was on my own in the shallow end. I can't remember what clicked, like how I learned to swim. It's so hard to think back to that time because it was so long ago, but I do remember not being able to swim for a while and needing the floaties, the orange floaties, but I figured it out. So you're going the right route by taking your daughter to swim lessons, is what I'm saying. What's up, Kwame Crawford? Crawford. How to submit requests? Great question. You can submit requests by becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. You get to participate in the monthly song request, which I highly recommend because song requests are my favorite time of the month because you guys introduced me to all this new music from games that I never heard of. Maybe not this one, I've heard of Link's Awakening, but a lot, if you scroll through my channel video history, a lot of those games on there that I've covered songs from, I had never played before, I'd never heard of, like Okami, and I love Okami now. And another good example of a game that I had never played before, but the soundtrack I totally fell in love with was Persona. Persona 5, never had played it, but I've got like 6 covers off of that, and that was, I think the first one was from a request from like Alley Cat or something like that. And another way to submit requests, if you stick around to the very end, if I have extra time, I'll take requests from the chat, but we have quite a few requests to get through today. All right, so that was Matthew Lane's request from Link's Awakening. I'm going to keep that up. So far we're going to keep the the overworld theme from Zelda Link to the Past up, and Matthew Lane's request of the ending theme from Zelda Link's Awakening. Our next request comes from Adrian Hueso, a classic Dragon Ball GT. Oh man, the last Dragon Ball that I played was for Super Nintendo. I played the hell out of that game. Next says Persona 5, or so many great songs. Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, turn the sound. Yeah, totally turn it up. Some songs on YouTube are like louder than others, so I try to keep it a little bit low. Hear it a little bit louder here. But watch at this volume level. Like I can turn it up a little bit, but that volume level will probably be way too high for another track, so I gotta toggle it. Magazine. That should be a little bit better. So this is Dragon Ball GT. I never watched the Dragon Ball anime, but I did play the game. but like I said, Super Nintendo a long time ago. Me and my buddies would play it. I was so terrible at it. I've never been like that good at fighting games. What's up, Ziggy? Oh, dang it. How do I keep missing the posts? Can I throw 2 requests here? Gotta run in a moment. Yeah, man. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Only because you've been a patron for like 2 years, bro. So you can text them to me if you want. Nah. I am now a patron. Where should I post the request? Okay, so if you are a patron now, just throw it on the thread. It's the very top thread right now because it's the most recent thing I posted on Patreon. You can just throw them right there in the chat thread. Don't put them here in the YouTube chat though, because it automatically filters links and I can never get them. So. Okay, so the Dragon Ball request, Adrian, I'm gonna have to dunk that dude. That did nothing for me. I never watched the anime. I have no connection to that game. Thank you for the request though. You do get a point for the request, of course. Absolutely. Appreciate all your support, Adrian. Jason Clark, Pokemon Gold. Pokemon GSC, so I think that's gold, silver, and I don't know. There's so many. GSC. Anyway, Pokemon GSC National Park is Jason Clark's first request. Let's check it. Let's check it out. Is that how that's how like it's like that's how Chris Robinson would probably say that. Let's check it out. Hola, what's up, Big Papi? Big Papi Churro, what's going on, man? How's it going? Thank you for joining the song request. Alright, so this is National Park from Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. That was the C that I was missing. Jason Clark coming in with the Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. This always comes to mind every time someone sends in a Pokemon request. I was in Sam Griffin's song request not too long ago. Maybe it was long ago. I don't remember, but I remember every request that would come his way that was Pokemon, he would just like automatically like, nah, we don't do Pokemon here, and I'm like, I don't know what his thing against Pokemon is. But it's not just Sam Griffin either, because my friends in real life are like anti-Pokemon. They think it's so silly, or they think it's like a kid's game. And maybe it is, but like I love the Pokemon series. I played the hell out of Pokemon Unite. I actually got to Pokemon Master the first season of Pokemon Unite. I like that game, man. I think I'm kind of a MOBA guy. Magazine says there is already a great guitar cover from this track. So that's probably, there's no doubt that's true, Magazine. A lot of what I encounter, there's just so many great musicians on YouTube. A song is more than like a popular song, or a song of some note is almost always going to be covered first. And sometimes it's covered by a monster and they just knock it like out of the park. And if you stick around long enough on my live streams, and if you've followed me for long enough, you know that I've struggled in the past covering things that others have covered. especially things that people have covered well, because it's like a mental thing for me. If somebody has, you know, if somebody has like covered it really well, I feel like, well, what can I do differently or better, or like what would be the value of covering it? But it's taken me a while to like get over that and just cover it anyway and try to bring my own spin. Volume here. That's not good. Nami Crawford says, could not imagine my right hand doing all of this. Yeah, very often you have to make compromises. We have to make compromises in our arrangements because we just cannot play all of it. All right, Jason Clark's second request is Chrono Trigger, Quarters of Time. You know what? This song, I think I've gotten this request quite a few times, Quarters of Time. I love the song. It just seems like it would be very hard to do. Turn it up a bit. This one was softer ones. It's so good. Yasunori Mitsuda is such a great composer. Yasunori Mitsuda! I dig it. I dig it. I love Quarters of Time. I love the entire Chrono Trigger soundtrack. I've only covered a couple things from it though. Mostly requests. I think I covered. What did I cover? At the Bottom of the Night, and then I covered that sewer song that Nico requested like 3 Halloweens ago. Magasin asks, since when do you play guitar, Josh? I think you're probably asking how long I've been playing, right? I've been playing for, shoot, man, like over 20 years now. I picked up the guitar like during high school, my sophomore year. Played a lot of electric guitar, and I was really into metal back then. So, but I've had the guitar in my hands and writing music and covering music for a long time. But as far as classical goes, as far as classical guitar goes, probably Only in the last 5 years have I taken classical. Have I taken classical really seriously? Yeah. All right, Jason, great request. I like both the Pokemon and the Chrono Trigger requests. It's kind of hard for me to pick between both, but if pressed, if I had to choose one of them right now, Quarters of Time. Yeah. All right, we'll leave Quarters of Time up. Our next request comes from Uriah L. My boy Uriah. His first request is You're Immortal? ? It's been covered before by both Saleh and Leffert, but both covers are missing oomph. All right, let's hear this. So Uriah wants us to listen to this one, and he says it's been covered before, but those that have covered it have lacked oomph. Magazine says, yes, sorry for bad English. No worries, man. Absolutely. No problem at all. Your songs sound very skillful. I love your Ocarina of Time comp. Oh, yeah, man. That was a fun one. I appreciate it. That one had a weird tuning. It was like an altered C tuning, so I could fit all the tunes in one arrangement. So I haven't played any of the Witcher games, but my wife has played all of them and watched the series. She was into them. Magazine asks, what's with the song request leaderboard on Patreon? Glad you asked. So the leaderboard I wanted to gamify the song requests so that it incentivized everyone to participate every month. So every request you make gets you a point. If I arrange it and cover it, it gets you 2 points. And the person with the most points at the end of the year gets a super secret awesome prize from me. That's right. It's a super secret awesome exclusive prize. What could it be, you ask? I can't give that away. I can't give that away just yet. So, Uriah points out that this song has been covered by a couple, and their versions weren't that bombastic. Hard to believe because this song kind of requires a certain amount of aggression, I would think, especially when it like crescendos. That big build up. And asks how many can you post? Yeah, two per right now. that's a pretty epic one, Uria. I like it though. I can hear doing some pretty cool things with the strumming. If I could get my flamenco up to snuff, I think I could really knock that one out. Uria's second request is the Hideaway theme from Final Fantasy. Is that 16? Is that XVI 1051? I don't know. I kind of lose track of the Roman numerals after 10, but I think that's 16. Anyway, let's give it a shot. This is the Hideaway theme. What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining. We are currently listening to the Hideaway theme from what looks like Final Fantasy 16, requested by Uria L. It's got attitude. It's got character. How many Final Fantasy games can they make? Is the question. You know what I mean? Like, imagine we're in our 70s, 80s. Some of us will make it to our 90s. Like, oh, dude, did you play the new Final Fantasy 86? Did you play the new Final Fantasy 92? Like, I mean, come on. At some point, they have to stop counting. They gotta call it something else, right? I mean, come on. I don't know. That's just me. But... What's up, UC student? I like how chill it is, though. This is very chill. You can tell I'm not a classically trained musician, right? I'm not like the Daily Doug, where I'm just like, oh, that key change from C to G when they took out the 5 chord is like really sick. I'm just like, it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Such an idiot. I dig it. I dig it, Uria. So, Mr. Uria, of the 2 requests, probably You're Immortal. I don't know. I like them both actually for different reasons. One's kind of bombastic and epic, you know, the Witcher one, and then the one's like more chill. So I like them both right now. But I have not played either game, so you do have that working against you, that I have no attachment to either one. So nice request, man. Our next request comes from Johnny Nguyen, who I think is like in Sweden right now or somewhere in the Norwegian area. And he is requesting the main theme from Metal Gear Solid. Let's check it out. Any Metal Gear Solid fans here? I don't hear anything. It's very quiet. It takes a while to get started. Metal Gear Solid 2. Sounds like I don't know, the score to an action movie. Okay, so it's kind of calmed down here. Metal Gear Solid is another one that I've never played. I haven't played any of them. So the music is very foreign to me. I feel like this would be pretty tough to capture on guitar. There's a lot going on, a lot of changes, especially that one like percussive section that's really just when it quiets down. I don't know, Johnny. I think I'm gonna dunk that, man. That was just 3 minutes of epicness that would be very difficult to capture on guitar. So, I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not where I'm at right now. Thank you for the request, though, brother. I appreciate it. I love you, Johnny. All right. Our next request comes from oh, Mr. A.M. Priester, the N64 GoldenEye theme. All right. All right, I'm excited for this. I loved GoldenEye. I was good at GoldenEye. We all liked GoldenEye. Ziggy says, girlfriend Brandon shot a shop for a minute, so jumping back in for a second. Just wanted to say love you. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll catch up on the stream later this evening. I appreciate it, man. Much love, Ziggy. Much love. Allergies going on or something. I don't know. Ugh. Tell you just how much GoldenEye I played as a kid. I played the hell out of that game, and I'm a big James Bond fan and a Pierce Brosnan fan too. So this is a pretty tasteful request, Mr. Priester. I can see it's doing something pretty cool with this, actually. So, something interesting about this. It would be hard to. I would definitely have to be very choosy about which parts we're capturing on the guitar, because there's a lot going on. That obviously you're gonna capture that. This part, but when it really opens up. It's doable. Also, not sure if it's me, but the mic is super low compared to the music. Well, like even right now, because what I've found is that if you're watching on a TV that has like dynamic sound enabled, it will raise the level of the music over the dialogue sometimes. So this is like with the music really low, like barely audible. This is more like 25%. So if you still experience that, I think it might be that. OX, so you say, it seems like my previous message didn't make it through, possibly because of the link to the YT video. What's the right place to submit a request? The way to submit a request is on Patreon. Patreon, for as little as $1 a month, you can participate in the monthly song request. That's where I'm grabbing them from right now. Sometimes I'll do chat-based requests, like when the whole song request is over and if we have like some time left, but we actually have quite a few to get through still. But yeah. Let me know if the audio still seems off, but like I said, I think what I've noticed in rewatching the streams is if I watch it on my TV, it's pretty tough to hear my voice over the music. But like right now, The volume's pretty high. So yeah. Yeah, and the post, by the way, right now is on the very top of the thread. Okay, so Mr. A.M. Priester, I loved the GoldenEye request. It was very, very original, I think. That would be kind of fun to do on guitar. Alan's second request is the Flappy Bird theme song. Now, if those two things aren't polar opposites, he goes from the GoldenEye theme to the Flappy Bird song. Yeah, so how does my voice sound over this one? You know, because this one's like a simpler song, it might be easier to hear my voice over. It's always so hard to get the audio right with the video on a live stream, or the audio with the music from the PC versus from my mic input. So this is the Flappy Bird theme song. Obviously an indie game. Haven't heard of it before. You're on a PC? Alright. Yeah, we're dunking that. That didn't do anything for me, Alan, so I'm gonna dunk that, but the N64 GoldenEye theme definitely keeping up. It's weird. I don't know. That was a weird one. I don't know. Alright, on to our next one. Moving on. Mr. Kyle Throw would love to see you do the Clock Town theme from Majora's Mask, but include the changes of all 3 days as you slowly descend into madness. I kind of like that idea. Let's listen to it, because I can't think of like what the Clock Tower theme actually sounds like. OXT1 submitted the request on Patreon. Awesome, man. Thank you. I recognize this now. Megason says, your voice sounds good with this song. Okay, yeah. Let me know, guys. Let me know if it's not good. You know, trying to dial in a live stream is one of the hardest things, honestly. It's way more difficult than recording guitar. If you guys could just see, like, this place is a mess. Just getting all this set up is just, there's wires everywhere. It's just, interesting that I've actually never played Majora's Mask. That was one game I missed in the franchise. So this one's a little bit livelier, a little bit more almost comical, like it's faster, it's more jiggy, like it's a jig. OX21 says, oh, wait, oops, I just realized I had another app that was messing with the audio. That sounds about right, too, because, like, I'm looking at the audio that's registering on the actual, like, what's coming out of the speakers, and it's very... Okay, so this one is a little bit more madness. I could hear this. I see what Kyle's talking about now with descending into madness. There's more dissonance. swelling bass note. Yuria, what's up? We just got through your request, man. Creepy game, creepy song. There's 3 versions of the town, if I recall. They each get faster and more. Yeah, they're definitely getting faster. The Clock Town. One of the songs I used to play a lot before I even started the YouTube, my YouTube channel, was Sam's version of the Clock Town theme. Am I making that up? He has a Clock Town theme arrangement, right? I could be making that up. Oh my god, there's more. How crazy does it get? So is this still the Clock Town theme? Because it's very different. Sounds nothing like the Clock Town theme anymore. It's just madness. All right, cool request, Kyle. I like the idea. I think it could be kind of an interesting video idea to do each theme. It's almost like a Clock Town medley of sorts. Nice. I dig it. I dig it. Thanks for the request, Kyle. By the way, Kyle does his own video game covers if you guys ever want to check out another channel that does very similar types of video game covers, but he does it on an 8-string guitar. Mr. Kyle Throws. Check him out at 8-string VGM. I gotta find a way to superimpose images on this, or like text or something on the stream. Like a really fun way to do it, like with a confetti or something. I don't know. Soleil has a version of the first Clock Town theme. Yeah, Isaac Soleil. He's been doing this for a long time. All right, our next request comes from Ronald Quinlan. Twilight Princess Lake Hylia. I love all the Zelda requests, guys. You see that I'm doing a lot of Zelda, so you're figuring, okay, let's request Zelda because he's more likely to do it because he's just this one-trick pony. I was actually going to do this as part of the Twilight Princess medley that I have, but I couldn't like make it work, so I kind of skipped it, and I wish I hadn't. it's so classic Zelda. I love it. I'm a big Zelda fan, of course. Twilight Princess is one I played on the Wii, I think, or the GameCube. Was it GameCube? It was the GameCube. I know it came out on the Wii, but I played it on the GameCube. I don't know, that's not relevant, but I just remember playing it. Unlike any other Zelda I've ever played. Because can you think of another Zelda where you shapeshift into an animal? I think that's the only one. You become a wolf, you know. Ronald Quidlin, what's up? About to go on a hike, but just in time for my request. Oh yeah, we're doing yours right now, man. We just listened to your Lake Hylia one. Great request, by the way. The Lake Hylia from Twilight Princess is a song that I was going to throw in that Twilight Princess medley. I did. And then I scrapped it at the last minute because, if I remember correctly, like I couldn't get it to connect to the 4 other titles that I had in it. And I really wanted to do it. I had it all arranged too, but I was like, I just couldn't make it work seamlessly. So I scrapped it. I wish I hadn't though, because I really like that song. All right. Ronald's second request is Bowser's Fury Crisp Climb Castle. The second one is a repeat request because it has stiff competition last time, but you seemed to like it. Absolutely, man. That's a good strategy, Ronald. For anybody that is new to the song request, because I know a lot of you have signed up since we started the live stream. Re-requesting something over and over again is a great way. The persistence pays off, let me tell you, because when you listen to something over and over and over again, it just gets kind of locked in your memory, in your prefrontal cortex there. And then you're just like, God, I like this song now. I got to do it. Yeah, I like this one. That's a good one. I'm also a sucker for like a waltz, any type of like 6/8 time signature. Stockholm Syndrome tactic. I don't know if that applies, man. Isn't that when you like empathize with your captors? Like if you're being held hostage. I love waltzes. They're always really tough to play on guitar though, to make it work. A lot of times the melody deviates from the underlying chords in such a way that just makes it very difficult. I ran into that recently with Cass's theme, because Cass's theme is a waltz. I arranged it, but there's a stretch in there that's pretty brutal. Ronald, where were you when I was doing like a lot of my Mario covers? This was a good request. I don't know why I never listened to it. I love it. I love it, Ronald. That's a good one, man. So of your two, That's a tough one. I like both your requests. I'm probably. I think I'll keep. I think I'll keep Bowser's Fury up because I'm already doing a lot of Zelda stuff. I don't know. See, I would like to give Twilight Princess some love because Lake Hylia, that song is is kind of a hidden gem, and I already have some of it arranged, so it would be an easier request to do. But the Crisp Climb Castle, say that 3 times fast. The Crisp Climb Castle Waltz is pretty sick. So I think of the 2 requests you made, that one wins out. Nice request, man. Have a good hike if I don't see you before you leave. Yes, gives me Kingdom Heart vibes. Megalyn says, yeah, I agree. I was thinking the same thing, actually. Magason. Magason. Is that my saying your name right? Magason? All right, our next request comes from Nico Bird. Nico Bird. He doesn't say the song title. He does not say the game. He just links me because he's OG like that. He's just a gangster. He's just like, here's the link. Click on it. I won't lead you astray. That would be hard. That's right, Ronald. You did not go wrong with those requests at all. All right, later, Ronald. Yuri says Melee needs no link. You're right. It's pretty iconic, man. You just don't need it. Has anyone ever covered this? That opening that little dance with the underlying staccato bass, bum bum bum, that one, that would be very difficult to capture. Right there. Because those are the only 2 things that are really going on. You have to do that. You have to capture that. I could do it. I could do that. I'm up to the challenge. A new guy covered it? Oh man, I gotta hear this. But I'm talking a solo guitar version though, on acoustic. That's pretty sick. Okay, so Ronda guitar Is that who you're talking about? Saranda guitar. Okay, okay. You know, I don't do this very often, but I want to see. I want to see what Saranda did with this. So let's check it out. I got it right. I got it right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, you needed 2 guitars for that. This is still really sick, though. This is not bad, man. This is tasteful. Get it, Saranda. Oh, I like that. It's actually really good. I'm impressed. He did cheat though. He'd used 2 guitars, but that's a very well done arrangement. He captured all the voices. He was rhythmically on point. I really dig some of his more like flamenco style techniques. He's pulling some tricks. He's got some tricks. He's got some skill. Nice job, Saranda. Soranda. All right. All right. Next request. We still on track? We're on track. Let's get on track here. Nico's second request. Again, no link, no title. And we'll revisit his first request in a minute here. This is Battle with Magus from another Chrono Trigger request. A lot of Chrono Trigger fans here. You like this one, Yuria? Okay, that's good to know. Magus is the Sephiroth of Chrono Trigger. What's going on, Tekken City? of Sephiroth, I was very surprised that as many people dug the One Winged Angel thing as much as they did. I thought it was more of a kitschy kind of tune. And they really followed it up with another like battle tune from Final Fantasy. Somebody requested from Final Fantasy Fighting, or was it like We Fight or something? I never did that one. But just like boss battle music in general, I'm surprised does as well as it does. People seem to like the boss battle music. Kind of stresses me out, but people like it. Yuria says top 5 CTOSTs. Actually playing through the game right now with a friend the past week. Chrono Trigger? Nice. Alright, Nico, I see you. Nico coming at us with 2 of his... Nico's requested these a couple of times. This is not the first time he's requested the Magus battle music or the Super Smash. It's been a while since we did a Nico request, too. He's due, I think. Nico's been a patron, if you can believe it, for 3 years now. I can't believe it, man. He's probably had me longer than his Netflix subscription. All right. Our next request comes from Magasin. Magasin, thanks for becoming a patron during our stream here, man. I appreciate it. Genshin Stories of Remote Antiquity. Damn, you know what? I only did one Genshin song. I feel like I'm missing out. That's a massive, massive game with a lot of music. Tekken Titty says, thank you for all you do, by the way. Man, I don't do nothing. I just ride on the coattails of giants. These great composers, great games. No, I'm just kidding, man. I love doing this stuff. I love making covers of this music so we can play it on our guitar. That's gorgeous. How well known is this song in the game? If you had to say, Magasin, is it a more obscure tune or is it more of the more well-known ones? Because it's beautiful. Damn, that I'm really surprised how beautiful that was. Damn, that was really good, Magasin. Um, I have never heard that one. How popular would you say this track is in the entirety of the Genshin OST? Not that that matters too much. I'm just curious if it's like a more well-known tune or a more obscure tune for the people that play it. It's later in the map and not one of the most known. Okay, yeah. So it's a little bit more obscure. Um, that definitely doesn't disqualify it though as a request. I just always like to know if I'm covering something that is like really recognizable. And the reason for that is when it's a little bit more of an obscure tune, not as well known, but something that might translates really well on guitar, you can take a lot more liberties with the arrangement. You know, you can kind of put your own spin on it. And that deviation from the original doesn't like splinter the listener, splinter the mind of the listener who knows the song really well. It's like, wait, what? That was a little bit different there, you know? So that's cool. That's a solid request, man. I'm definitely leaving this up because I have like a little relaxation playlist that I slowly chip away at on YouTube. So this would be a perfect candidate for it, man. Great request. Magasin's second request is Whence the flow cometh. Another Genshin request. Okay, sick. So let's see how this one stacks up to stories of remote antiquity. This is Whence the Flow Cometh by Genshin Impact coming at you live. But they're all worth listening to. Absolutely, man. This is gorgeous. It comes up in one of the most epic cutscenes of the game, is what Magasin said. Did you, are you referring to... Are you referring to When the Flow Cometh or Great Stories of Remote Antiquity? So of the two that you submitted, I definitely like Stories of Remote Antiquity more. I mean, that song takes me somewhere. The same map. I guess Genshin fans will recognize it, yeah. I especially like this part here. Kind of feels like you're floating. Those kind of sound like minor ninth chords. I don't have the best ear, but that's beautiful. Yeah, see, I really vibe with this piece. I don't have the music vocabulary to describe it, but I can definitely see it working well on guitar. I really like this, man. I think you might be derailing the Zelda train that I'm on right now. To be honest. All right, we'll come back to it. So I don't want to. I'll probably listen to it all again. So, great requests, man. We have 2 more to get through. Yeah, two more. Okay, so Tamanturska requests Dead Cells, the title theme. I think we had this request from someone else last month or the month before. Or no, it was something from Dead Cells. Dead Cells is another one that I haven't played before. That list is very long of games that I have not played. I like this. You could actually do a little bit of tremolo with that. Those little flutters. That would be kind of cool. Magazine says, when I listen to those, I cannot judge if it's possible on guitar. Yeah, no worries, man. You don't gotta worry about that. You just send in what you'd like, and we'll figure it out from there. We got you, man. You know, this is a very unassuming piece. Like, it doesn't sound like there's much going on, but this could actually be a really cool cover. Sikh. That's a Sikh request, man. Nice one. Tamanturska. That was a good request. Thank you, man. So our last official Patreon request, we finally got to the bottom of the list, is a late request from Thomas Shavaria. He says, a bit late, but here we go. Ori, Lost in the Storm. Man, you guys have been... I love a lot of the... Like, most of these requests that have come in this month, they're fantastic. It's going to be really hard to pick one. And a lot of times what happens, like in this type of month when I like so many, is I go back and do more. If you look at the leaderboard, which is linked on the post, I went back and did a couple of requests from, February or whatever month it was, March. And so, I do go back, especially if I feel kind of stuck on the requests that I've received for a given month. I'll go back and do ones that I didn't do that I really liked. So So know that I go back. Know that, time is not linear. We can go backwards and forwards. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass. Let's listen to it. I really dig this. What I don't like about it, though, is how short it is. It's only 1:08. And if we go back to the end, it would be kind of hard to repeat. It's one of those ones that kind of ends on a... I mean, it's doable, of course, but... Not that it's relevant to the... Just know that I do pay attention to the length. The song length is kind of important. I do prefer longer tunes. They tend to be favored more by the algorithm. Ori has some beautiful music. What is it with these platformers that just have a banging soundtrack? It's so... I'm getting Hollow Knight vibes, you know? Okay, that was the last request. So the last thing that we are going to do is just go through things real quick and identify some of the ones that stood out to me. So starting from the top, great requests, by the way, everyone. I mean, honestly, like, these are fantastic. Jason Clark's Quarter of Time from Chrono Trigger, that did stand out to me. I really liked that one, so we're gonna keep that up. And also David's Overworld theme. David's Overworld theme from Link to the Past. Oh, I must have pasted that wrong. There you go. Definitely a contender. Yeah, that one stood out to me. I've kind of always wanted to do that tune. And Alan's GoldenEye request. Yeah, this is definitely one that I think would be a lot of fun to do. If I could pull it off, that would be pretty sick. And then Ronald Quinlan's Bowser Fury. This is the Chris Climb Castle from Super Mario 3D. That one he's requested a few times. That one's kind of stood out to me. Alright, OXT1. Is that OXT1 got a drop, but thanks for the stream. Yeah, man, thank you. Thank you for joining. So Ronald's, this one, if I had to pick between the two, it's going to be this one, Over Lake Hylia. And I think it was Nico's Magus theme. That one actually, I kind of like the idea of, I like the challenge, so I think that would be a good one. Like if I'm feeling like super adventurous, like was that month when I did One Winged Angel, that could be a cool one. And then Magason's Genshin request, the Stories of Remote Antiquity. This one really stood out to me. If I had to pick a first place, out of all the requests this month, it's probably going to be a tie between this one and the Overworld theme from Zelda: Link to the Past. So that's the order. Yeah. Yeah. And I think we'll close with that. For everyone that came and joined us on took time out of their Saturday to hang with me on our monthly song request, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, a great 4th. And for those of you catching the replay, I appreciate it. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to everybody that signed up today. Appreciate it, guys. We do this live stream at the end of every month. If you want to submit your own song requests, just sign up on my Patreon page, little as $1 a month, and you can submit song requests. We do this at the last week of every month, and our stream usually falls on the last day or the first day of the month. So if it's next month, it's probably going to be August 1st. It just depends on how the month falls, All right, thanks, guys. We're going to close out with this song. I'll see you next time.